Well, I'm now in Massachusetts. There's a good little ditty about Massachusetts, which is all about politics here in America. But anyway, yeah, just across the border for what it's worth. So I've got to find somewhere freebie to stay tonight, because tomorrow night I'm booked 2 nights at a place in Boston. I'm going to do a walking tour, and this is just a rest stop. Yeah, toilets, wonderful. And yeah, other cars. A big Texas rig just left a minute ago. And still stinking hot, but the thing is, it's just so muggy. I'm just, sweat's pouring off me ever since I've arrived in the US. And to think that this place has got 3 metres of snow in the winter. Unbelievable. Anyway, I'm sort of, how far? 1 hour 38 minutes, 150 kilometres away from Boston. So I need to find somewhere where I can lay up. I'd like to find that hardware chain. I just can't think of the name. I'll Google it to see if I can try and get a little gas barbecue. Just have not been able to find it so far. It's as if they don't exist here, which I find hard to believe, but yeah, well, they love their charcoal open grills. But anyway, I'll keep trying. I'll let you know where I stop. Well, here I am on the next night. I'm in a Scouts camp area. It's full of little tables and whatever. It's meant to cost $27 a night. I'll see if I can scoot away in the morning. Haven't seen anyone. It was like last night. Silly me, I forced $50 to him. He said, "Oh, you were here last night." I should have just driven away, saved $50. It's not as if it was great accommodation. The site's nice, like this one. Beautiful countryside, trees everywhere. As I say, it's a forest. Mind you, I'm now in New Hampshire. Yes, across the border about half an hour before getting here, or less. So I've gone north to New Hampshire, and I'm going to go back down south to Boston. I've booked 2 nights there, tomorrow night and the night after. It's yeah, it's about $300 or something. Yeah, it's hard to get away with it. I'm going to be spending most of the 2 nights on the laptop, sorting out stuff, finances, where I'm at, and if I really can stay the 4 months. But certainly have to live a lot more cheaply, and I think that means going west. Go west, young man. The car is a little bit better, but it hasn't done that stalling fault today. I have a feeling that it happens when it just gets too hot. Who knows for sure, but I know that if I stop for a while it tends to go away. So something is happening when it gets consistently too hot, not just temporarily but over a day or so, a day. But the ABS fault, that just comes and goes, mostly stays. So I suppose I can live with that. I mean, the brakes aren't all that great. They do the job. Only stops the wheels locking up, that's all in an emergency. and I'm so far very careful, sticking below the speed limit, which is changes from 40 to 55 to 65, usually 55, but lots of highways. I mean, Connecticut, New Hampshire, it's all forest, and yet you've got these freeways going everywhere. It's amazing. Even now, it's 100 acres, and I can still hear the freeways in the background. But anyway, it's a pleasant spot, and we'll see if I have to pay the 27 in the morning. Yeah, I've got to be a bit more ruthless in regards to payment. Generally the facilities at the campgrounds is terrible. They make up for it by the nice surroundings, but the actual public, the showers and the toilets, they're very basic. So far, the 2 nights, one was 60 and one was $50 US. This one is 27, and I'm going to check out the showers a little bit later. The toilet is not your normal one. It's either septic or a drop, I'm not sure. But looks fine. That's nothing wrong with that. So we'll see what the shower's like. I'm about to have my second sandwich. This is dinner, same as last night. I couldn't find a shop on the way to get something decent, so this will suffice, and it's cheaper. I'm tossing up to whether to get some sort of electric fridge or not. It's all about money, of course. I mean, you can pick one up in Australia for maybe, I don't know, $400. So that's about, let's say, 300 US. I'm sure they're not that cheap here. Everything is expensive. It really is. It's very disappointing, actually, the cost of things. Like I got a Coke from a vending machine on one of these stops on the highway, and it was $3.10 for a bottle of Coke. $3.10, so that's about $4.60 Australian. It's a lot of money. Everything's expensive. Anyway, the Lilo seems to work okay. Certainly comfortable. I gave it some more air just then, so hopefully it's a bit more firm. It was a bit sort of loose last night, but at least my hip didn't hit the floor, so got nothing to drink apart from water and some UHT milk here, but that'll suffice. I'm just drinking so much. Like when I was at that highway, the first highway stop, I did a few things to the van, like fix up the front fender plastic. It was dropping down, so I hooked it up. I tried to readjust some of the hinges, CRC'd some of the brake connections, hopefully to fix the ABS. I did the front too, and it hasn't done anything. So actually, I might try and do the back ones before it gets dark. I wasn't too keen at that first stop because it was all dirty, but here it's just pine needles, so that'll be alright. So yeah, I'll crawl underneath and fix that up. Hopefully, well, if those connections aren't it, then at least I'll know. What else? I'm in New Hampshire, as I say, heading towards Boston tomorrow. The only thing I'm doing in Boston because I'm going to do a freedom walk, 2.5 hours walking around the major sites in the middle of the city. It costs $5 US, so 2.5 hours walking. So that'll be Wednesday's event. So I'll do that, and I'll come back to the hotel and do some more editing, I hope. But after Boston, I think I'll be. It's either I'll probably go across to Niagara Falls. I mean, it'd be great to see the falls, and maybe I'll do my attempt at getting across the Canadian border. I've got to check the Canadian website again to see if it still says not started. If it does, then that'll be interesting. But not sure where I'd stay in Niagara Falls. Everything, as I say, everything's expensive, so I'll see what I can do. After that, I think I'll head down to Washington DC and try and see these museums I want to, the NASA stuff and the other big name one. After that, just head west, I think. Not sure when I'll see Lou. I might do a bit of a zigzag. Might head west for a while, then cut across to sort of 45-degree angle back to Florida, and then head due west across the Florida Panhandle and towards what is it, Texas and New Mexico or something. That should take, I don't know, a few weeks or a month, provided the finances go okay. And then I'll slowly head my way north and back through Nevada. I've got to go to Las Vegas, of course, and the Grand Canyon, and end up in Washington State, and then go to San Francisco, and that's when I leave. If I've got any time left, which I probably will, I might just try and find the cheap gigs in San Francisco and just stay there until my time's up to get the flight home. I'm deciding that it's not quite all it's cracked up to be. I was maybe watching too many YouTube videos about RVing around in the deserts and so on. Certainly in the northeast corner, it's a pain in the butt. It's just built up, even though it's forested everywhere in this area. It's built up, it really is. Not many campgrounds, few and far between. So anyway, that's probably enough prattling on for this episode. So what is it, the 11th, I think, Monday the 11th of July, or as the Yanks say, July the 11th. Alright, that's it for tonight. As usual, I tend to go to bed about 9 PM when it's dark. Listen to a little bit of music with my new Bluetooth speaker. Ditched the old one in the UK. It was not very good, cost 10 quid, $20. This one costs $15 US, which is about 22, but it's much better speaker, and doesn't make all these noises all the time and flashing lights. The only noise it makes is Bluetooth is turning off, Bluetooth is turning on, and that's it, which is just perfect. Alright, once again, good night, and hopefully tomorrow I'll see you in Boston. I've just seen a warning about ticks. Anyway, I do have some repellent, so I've put a little bit on. But I think it's mostly when you walk through undergrowth and near trees, etc. So I'll just keep away. I'm not planning on doing a adventurous walk anywhere here, so hopefully this will be fine. But I might have to get a bigger bottle just in case. I've got this as a sample and I'm glad I did, but I think I need to get a bigger bottle. Yeah, I've heard about these damn ticks. They can be pretty nasty. So, and I'm wearing thongs, but I think I should be alright, just as usual. Take it easy. Some of this campsite. It's 6:30. Oh, look at that huge mother. Oh, there's a little lake here, so let's have a look.